Hey, Triple B fans, welcome to another edition of Bricks, Bricks, Bricks. This time we're going to be talking about
the 2020 edition Character Encyclopedia.
And be sure to like our videos, hit that subscribe button, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Keep the conversation going by commenting below. We want to know what you're up to and what your thoughts are. All right, Triple B fans, this is a really cool book. I love the artwork on the cover. Really bright, vibrant colors compared to some of the past ones that have been, a little lackluster, just black or white. Not a lot of fanfare, but I feel like this one really stands out compared against the rest. This one also comes with an exclusive Darth Maul minifigure. That's one of my favorite parts about these books, is that they actually have an exclusive minifigure. So they make these books, not only enjoyable to look at and to read, but they make them collectible. That's part of what I'm into also, right? So for me, I love seeing these books and how they get updated, but I also love the mystery of what character I'm gonna get in the next edition. What about you guys? Which editions do you have? What's your favorite minifigure that came with them? The first section I jumped to were the protocol droids, and these are the 3 CPO types. So within this book, they actually teach us that there's 2 different types of these protocol droids. There's the TC series and the 3PO series. They don't really get much more into that, and I'm not too familiar, so you're gonna have to Google that one, guys, sorry. But what's really cool about these is that only 2 of these come in sets and the other 3 come in the poly bags. So that's pretty great. If you're a collector, that really says something about, again, the way Lego really takes care of their collectors and their fans. I love this section. It gives a lot of information about, where they came from in the design and when they were released. Really great section. The next character I wanted to look at was, I think, an all-time fan favorite, including mine, Jango Fett. Now, this guy appears in 4 different sets over a long span. Since 2002 was the first one. And I think my favorite Jango Fett is the Santa Fett that came in one of the Advent calendars. If you don't have that, definitely check it out. It's one of my favorites. Those Advent calendars are a lot of fun. If you're new to it, be sure to pick one up this year. Now on to one of my all-time favorite characters, Ahsoka. Now she comes from the Clone Wars series, and she's about to be in the live-action Mandalorian, which I can't wait for. She actually shows up in 9 sets, and between those 9 sets, she's actually aged. Which, again, I think is fantastic, because it actually, again, builds the story of the character, not just a piece. So, again, you get to live and grow with that character as these sets come out. And one of my favorite, setups about Ahsoka, as always, she comes with the dual lightsabers. It's fantastic, again, and they change color over time based on where she is in her life and her age. Way to nail it, way to pay attention to detail. And Ahsoka, being from the Clone Wars, leads right into our next character, Hondo. Now Hondo, as you guys might have known, is the ruthless space pirate from the Clone Wars series. He's one of my favorite characters. I love seeing him. He even showed up in the Rebels, and he's only showed up in 1 Lego set, which is a little disappointing, but I love that, because that makes him one of those rare characters that if you really get a glimpse of him, that's a treat that you should behold. Staying with the Clone Wars is Quinlan Vos and Savage Opress. Now these guys were both mainly featured in the Clone Wars series, and Quinlan's very distinctive with his face paint and his hairstyle. And Savage, you'll notice, looks just like Darth Maul, right? But he is yellow instead of that reddish color. And that's just the distinction between him and Darth Maul. Equally as strong, in my opinion, even though it didn't work out very well for him in the series. But this is a great character, and those guys each only show up in 1 set. So again, if you get to see these guys, or if you have that set, be sure to comment below. Let us know your thoughts. I want to know, have you opened it? Are you collecting it? What do you like about it? Keep that conversation going. The next minifigure that we run into is Kira from the Han Solo movie. And again, we see her paired up with young Han right there, and just like we saw with Ahsoka, he's been de-aged instead of getting older. So again, we really get to see the lifespan of these characters and live and grow with them. Kira's an interesting character because she was created just for the Solo movie. She shows up in a few sets that were specific for that, but this is one of my favorites, considering that she was paired up with young Han. Keeping in with the Solo movie, now we come up to the Pike, and these are one of my favorite characters. You know, they're a crime syndicate, they're really funky looking, and they've transcended a few different mediums within the Star Wars universe. We've seen them in the Clone Wars, we have seen them in Rebels, we've seen them in Solo, they show up in the books. So again, to have that minifigure character to help bring that to life is just great. They really paid attention to detail, to the hooding, and to the way that the breathing apparatus, you know, meets up with his suit. Absolutely fantastic. One of my favorite characters throughout Star Wars, and one of my favorite minifigures to boot. Continuing with that is Bodie. Again, you know, here's another, like, not secondary character so much, but not so important and not really dealt with a whole lot as far as Rogue One went as a movie. But we do get to see him in one set, and what I love about this is just the detail. He really looks like Bodie Rook from the movie. You can see he's got the goggles, he's scruffy, he looks disheveled and confused. That's the level of detail. Again, you know, they crush it in these little details, you know, in a little piece just on his face, showing that level of expression. I don't think this review would be anything if I didn't hit on C-3PO. Obviously, anybody's favorite. This guy shows up in 26 sets. He has so many different variants, whether he has the red arm, the silver leg. He's been updated time and time again, and they even have a holiday version in one of the advent calendars. So again, you know, there's this huge history from just being C-3PO, and then there's all these different variations that you can enjoy and and create. What I think is really cool about this is at one point Lego made 10,000 chrome C-3POs and put them into random sets in 2007. So are you lucky enough to be one of those guys that has one? If so, comment below. We want to know. That's fantastic. If not, you know, are you a collector? Did you save the box? Are you afraid to open it? That would be me. I would definitely not want to open a box from 2007 and find that. As much as I would, I think I would just want that to stay mint and hidden. Coming up on the end here, we have Han and Greedo. So these guys Han has showed up in 17 sets. Greedo has only showed up in one set, and that's the Mos Eisley Cantina. And the reason why I wanted to show these guys off is, why not? It's Han and Greedo. That's one of the best arguments ever out there, and obviously we all know the answer, right? Comment below. Look at Greedo's eyes. Look at that level of detail. Look at that level of attention. I mean, so many different versions of Han Solo throughout the years since we first saw him in the 90s. He's really evolved. Again, you know, we've seen him get older and older, and now we see him get younger and younger. A little Benjamin Button action going on there. But it's great. It's a lot of fun. Again, keeps the story going and really draws you into the adventure. And last but not least, I figured this was a great way to end it. Old Luke and young Rey. Again, you know, we see this progression of age throughout the years between these characters, which again is fantastic, you know, really continuing our journey along with them, and keeping my imagination going strong with that. I thought this was great to just end on because, you know, the saga ended with Rey but started with Luke. And, you know, and I think any Star Wars fan can appreciate this. Be sure to comment below. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know if you have this set, what you like about it, what you love about it. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, share, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're out there. Thanks, guys. Love you. Smash that button.